The Kim Komando Show presents brand new
Just what I always wanted.
or not true. You're a liar.
That's right. It's time now for America's national radio game show sensation, where you can play along at home, where you have to guess what is brand new and what is not true. Because week after week, we see so many thousands and thousands of tech products. And we sit back and we scratch our heads and we say, how could that be true? And our special guest celebrity contestant this week on Brand New or Not True is Dr. Craig Barrett. I'll tell you, it's truly an honor and it's a pleasure to have you with us. But I only have a 3-hour show, and to list all of your accomplishments, well, that would take us well into next week. Now, most people know your name as the CEO, and then ultimately you were the chairman of the board of that little tiny company. Well, it makes semiconductors and chips, Intel. Now, this is a position that you held until, I guess, May of 2009. But your background is so extensive. You have a bachelor's of science, a master's of science, and then a doctorate in material science from Stanford. And throughout your career, and still today, as I was reading about you before the show, technology and education are both really important drivers in your life. And there are so many organizations and so many councils that you're on, bringing education into developing parts of the world. And also here in the United States, through your work with basic schools, then there's K-12, the President's Council, task forces, because after all, we both know that knowledge is power. And then there's this fabulous Montana hideaway, I just love it, that you and your wife, Barbara, who's also really accomplished in her own right, own, that my husband and I, we stayed out there a few years ago, and it was so much fun. We went horseback riding and fly fishing and archery and just really enjoyed life. And it's called the Triple Creek Ranch. And it's rated #1 best hotel in the world by Travel and Leisure magazine. And now I'm going to introduce you to the only trusted man that gave James Bond his license to football spreads. Here's Andrew Babinski, and he has the details on the 3 products that you'll need to study and listen to in order to tell us which one of the 3 products isn't true.
One of them is really a product.
One of them really is a product.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
It's not going to sound like it, but one of them is really a product. We're going to start with product number 1, the Hot Shot Oven Camera, produced by Thompson Multimedia. Have you ever Skyped with your toaster? No, of course not. And why would you? And well, why would anyone want to even put a camera in their oven? Well, that's what Thompson Multimedia is hoping. They're making a holiday push for the whole country to live stream their turkey dinner and purchase the Hot Shot camera. The HD 1080 camera can shoot up to 30 frames per second with audio and withstand temperatures up to 600 degrees. Obviously, you need to have audio because nothing says holidays like the sound of searing turkey skin. The camera connects to an iPad app that allows you to stream directly to YouTube, record videos to email, or just check in on what you're cooking without releasing any of the heat by opening the oven door. I mean, this makes sense. People Instagram their food all the time, so why not take a video of it while you're cooking it? The next logical step is to take a selfie with a chicken right before it's slaughtered and pressed into a 10-pack of Chicken McNuggets. Obviously, I'm kidding. There is no chicken in Chicken McNuggets. The cost, $129.99.
Okay, so what's the name of that again?
That's called the Hot Shot Oven Camera.
The Hot Shot Oven Camera. Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Product number 2. Neo, the Smart Jar, produced by SKE Labs. The good people at SKE Labs would like you to know that over time, jars really haven't changed that much. I mean, the Egyptians didn't even think to Bluetooth sync their clay jars to their smartphones. But now, all of that has changed, introducing the smart jar called Neo. So what does Neo do? First of all, it tracks what's inside the jar. Can't remember what oatmeal looks like without a white-haired Quaker staring right back at you? No need to worry. Neo will do the job for you.
Isn't technology great?
You'll never need to talk to your neighbors again because you'll never need to borrow a cup of flour. Neo will automatically reorder products when they run low. It also can go in the fridge and keeps track of expiration dates with freshness alerts. Mystery meat has met its match. The price, $75 a jar.
A jar.
A jar.
So you need several jars.
Yeah, it's going to be an expensive pantry.
Okay.
Product number 3, the Where's Lunch app, produced by Sudbury Technologies. Now, this country is all about health crazes. We're putting wearable fitness all over our bodies. But it's not what you wear on the outside. It's what you put on the inside and where it is. The Where's Lunch app is a searchable database that is all about nutrition. Not only does it tell you health benefits of foods, but it helps track digestion of what you eat to maximize your workout. The app's creators say that you don't want to work out with anything in your stomach because your digestion slows when your body directs blood to the muscles. So the only answer? Know where the food is. When you eat lunch, search for something. Pork tacos? Well, protein is the longest to digest, so that's going to sit in your stomach for about 4 hours. A simple salad? Thanks to the app, we know we can jump on the treadmill just 40 minutes after eating. Corn on the cob? Well, we all know the answer to that one, so we won't even get into that. The Where's Lunch app will help you track up to 2,000 different food items. Brown rice, 90 minutes. Raw almonds, 3 hours. Bubblegum, 7 years. Your grandmother wasn't lying to you. The cost, just $9.99 in the App Store.
Okay, so to refresh, we have the Skyping toaster oven. Is that right?
The Hot Shot oven camera.
Okay, $99. Okay. Then the Neo Smart jars, $75 each.
A jar.
A jar, okay. Or the Where's Lunch app, $9.99. Now, I know this is big technology.
You're going to tell me that some venture capitalists actually funded one of these three items? Is that what you're going to tell me next?
There was some unicorn somewhere in Silicon Valley that came out.
Okay, well, my drone has a camera, and I think that's cool, but I don't need one in my oven.
Okay, we'll scratch out that one.
And $75 a jar for a smart jar seems exorbitant.
Okay, so we're going to scratch out. So you're going
I'm going to see how long it takes almonds to go through my lower digestive tract. And besides, that's a $9.95 app, which is a more realistic price. Yeah, I'll go with C.
Okay, we're going with C, the Where's Lunch app. What do our judges say? Oh. Okay, so let's see. Andrew, which one did the venture capitalists really fund in Silicon Valley?
You're going to have to increase your credit line because your pantry is going to be full of
$75 jars.
Oh my gosh, the Neo jars. How many would you need? You need like at least a dozen of them.
The video for the jars shows the pantry full of them. So obviously it's Bill Gates' house at $75 a pop.
So the Neo Smart jar, $75. I'm sorry, Dr. Barrett.
Well, it's just as well because my wife Barbara and I hardly ever eat at home anyway, so that food would sit there for too long. And
well, we'll have to, you know what, as a consolation prize, we will send you a few, not many, a few of the Neo Smart jars. It's $75 each. Well, thank you so much for playing, and, you know, we'd like to say better luck next time.
I need better luck next time, obviously.
Well, thank you. Hey, stay right where you are. Coming right back, we have our small business tip of the week that you don't want to miss here on this coast-to-coast broadcast of the Kim Komando Show.